Hi ladies! So today I wanted to do a no makeup look with makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the Glorious primer, and it doesn't take much, just a little dab on your finger, maybe about the size of a pea, and that will cover your whole face. Just get it rubbed in. You're going to want to let it dry before you put any type of foundation on. So normally in the morning what I'll do is grab my foundation, put it on, brush my teeth, come grab my coffee, and then you are ready to go for makeup. But I'll just sit here and fan it real quick. So I like the makeup no makeup look. A no makeup look with makeup kind of just gives you that natural look without going overboard and hiding imperfections. I have bags under my eyes. My skin is all patchy right now for some weird reason. So, okay, what we're going to use today is BB cream. I'm just going to shake this up. Feels like I need some new, to be honest with you. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. Oh, please be some. Looks like I need to order some. Okay. And then, because this is just a tad too light for my skin, I'm going to grab, this is caramel, and I'm just going to put a little dab in there to make the cream a little bit darker. So I'm just going to mix that on the back of my hand, and then we're going to apply that. For whatever reason, my face has just been feeling a little bit dry lately. BB cream is a tinted moisturizer, and so it will help moisturize my skin all day while giving you a more of a sheer look or a more natural look because it's just the tinted BB cream. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. You can use whatever brush you like. I'm just gonna apply it with this foundation brush, and then I'm going to blend it in with a bigger brush. So I've already done my mascara, just so that we can shorten up this video. You guys have seen me do mascara 100 times. Okay, so that's pretty much covered everywhere, and I'm just gonna grab a bigger brush to blend it in. I grab just a little bit and put on the back of my eyelids so that they will match the rest of my skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this big poofy brush. It's a Morphe 439 for those of you that are interested in it. And I'm not gonna rub it in circles, I'm just gonna kind of pat. I don't want to take any of the product off. I just want to blend it into each other so there's no swipe marks from my the foundation brush I was using. I just find patting it works really good. And then any extra product that's on my brush I can bring down a little bit on my neck. If you want, you could use concealer. I don't think I'm going to today though. Okay, so that is all blended together, and what I want to do next is just set it. So I'm just going to grab our new, it's the Touch Beholding Translucent Setting Powder. This is just going to set the BB cream, and it is going to pretty much make your makeup somewhat bulletproof is the term they use. It's just going to help keep it's going to set your BB cream so it stays on all day long. This is translucent, so all skin types and colors can use this. It's not going to add any color to your face. So I'm just going to set the BB cream so it doesn't go anywhere today. And let's talk about this brush. It is so soft. I've seen a couple of other presenters use it for the liquid foundation. I have not tried that yet because I'm just digging it with the powder. But I'm gonna have to try one of these days because I've heard amazing results with our liquid touch. Okay, now that that's done, I need to do something about these eyebrows. Yeah, do not pluck when you have your eyebrows colored in. I got a little carried away. Now I'm gonna have to wait for that to grow out. So I'm gonna brush, I'm gonna do it the opposite way today. I'm gonna brush these up, and then I'm gonna do the bottoms first, and then I will do the top after this. I had watched, there was a tutorial on our team page last night, and so I just wanted to try that out today. Okay, so I'm gonna start with our brow palette. I'm gonna start with the darker color with the angled side of the Brow Artist brush. I'm just gonna get a little bit on there, and I am just gonna do light strokes and define that line underneath. I know it looks drastic, but I'll get that filled in. It's just kind of bare right there. So I'm just going to follow the natural line underneath my brow and use somewhat little strokes. And once that is defined, I'm going to grab the spoolie and brush them down so I can now do the top. So the purpose of brushing them down is so you can find the line and define it, and then when you brush your brows back up, it will hide that line while still keeping it defined. So I'm going to start at this end. I'm just going to follow the line, and if you need to make your brows a little bit bigger, you can do that. Just do what works for you and your brows. I like to keep mine not too tiny, but at the same time not too big, so I guess in the middle. Except on this one, when I got a little carried away with this outside, and now I'm gonna have to wait for it to grow back. Okay, so once you're happy defining, you can grab your spoolie. You're going to brush those back up, and I am going to grab the lighter color in the brow palette and use that to fill them in. So I'm going to wait and do the tip for the last so I can take my time and just do it a little bit lighter. I see people do that and I think it looks really good. So I'm going to grab the light color and just flick it up so it gives you that light definition, lighter color with the definition in there. And then I'm going to grab the spoolie real quick. I guess I still need to work on that and go a little bit lighter. Okay, So I'm going to grab the wax with the flat end, and this is just going to set your eyebrows for the day. They're not going to go anywhere. It's going to help keep the color. It's going to help them be water resistant and smudge proof. And a little bit, it looks like I'm putting, I know I keep dabbing, but I just put a little bit on my brush at a time. And then grab the spoolie one more time and put them exactly where you want them while that wax dries. I know it looks like a bit much, but it just makes such a huge difference. So, I need to let my dogs out. Just give me 1 second. It's getting to be summertime and all they want to do is be outside. Okay, so that one's already been brushed up. So let me grab this, and this brow is just totally screwed, so I'm going to have to create my own lines. Me and my tweezers, I'm taking them away from myself. No more tweezers for me. I'm going to leave the tweezing to professionals. Going to kind of double check, make sure they're somewhat similar. You always have one good brow, one bad brow. I think that's why they say brows are sisters, not twins. So this one right now is like a far, far, far distant cousin. It just, which is mostly my fault though. Okay, so stay in the camera. And try to make this eyebrow look like an eyebrow. Alright, I think that looks, I'll use the spoolie in just a minute. It's pretty good. Okay, so brush those brows back up and out. And I'm going to grab the lighter color and fill them in. And then put the wax on real quick, and then we will get to our face. Okay, flick it up, small little strokes, don't go so dark. Okay, it's getting a little bit better, so let's grab some wax and then spoolie them back into place. I'm totally digging this brow palette. If you're in a hurry, I feel like the pencil and the gel is the way to go if you just need to get out the door. But if you have a couple extra minutes, this palette is it. I've actually seen a couple of people use, they put the wax on first, kind of as a primer. And then they go in and fill it in with the color after they put the wax on. I haven't tried that yet. I feel like what I have is working. So why break it? But then again, I could do that and totally love it. So I don't know. One of these days I'll play with it. Okay, so those are my brows. They look completely big because my face is so white right now. Oh, let's get to the rest. Okay, so makeup, no makeup look. I'm gonna grab our Sunset bronzer in the color Sunset. And I'm going to grab our powder brush and I'm just going to lightly do my forehead. Blend that back in and do a light coat on my cheeks. And then I like to do a little bit down here, give some definition. Try to get rid of my third chin. Okay. And then this will blend in a little bit more when we come back in with some powder. If you don't like powder and you like to keep the dewy look with the BB powder or the BB cream, you don't have to add powder. I do like just a little bit of a more matte finish. Okay, and then for eyes, I'm going to grab the, oops, it's back here, our mineral pigments in the color Sexy. It is just a, I want to say like a champagne shimmer color, and I'm just going to lightly put that on my eyes. So it's just a nice light color with a little bit of shimmer in it. Grab a little bit more for this eye. And then I'm going to add some right there as a highlight. Make your eyes look nice and wide, open and awake. And then I'm also going to use this as a highlighter. So I love that you can use these products for several different uses. Sometimes I use this color on my lips, right in the middle, to kind of give you that ombre look. And sometimes if you have a bigger, poofier brush, that works a little bit better. But I'm just going to stick with this one brush. And then also just going to add a little bit to my Cupid's bow. I'm going to add a little bit to your chin. If you want, you can do your nose. Okay. And then lastly, pretty sure I'm just going to throw on some bonbons. This one I think is the raspberry cheesecake. And you have your, oh, I forgot my powder. So this is Scarlett, which is the same color as foundation as I wear. And I'm just going to grab my big poofy brush and lightly coat it so it's not so dewy. Like I said, if you like the dewy look, you don't need to put powder on. If you want to get a little bit more of a matte look versus the dewy look that the BB cream gives you, then put a little bit of powder on. So there you have it, the no makeup with makeup look. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If there are any other tutorials you want or makeup looks, just let me know and I would be happy to do them. Have a great day. Bye.